What's up, YouTubers? This is not a ProTech knife. This is a Kershaw Launch 8. And this is where it all started, though. I won't say it's where it all started, but today we're just going to take a quick look at the ProTech knives that are in my collection. And the reason that I bring up this particular pattern is this is based on the classic Italian stiletto. For some strange reason, well, it's not really strange. I guess, people are made from their times in which they lived. And then in the 1950s, sure enough, after the what was that movie? It had the Jets and the Sharks, West Side Story. They use these things called stilettos or switchblades. It's an automatic knife. It's no different than if you have a modern knife and you just flip it out like this, and you now have a locked blade with a plunge lock. Yes, so the first plunge locks that I'm aware of were automatics, and in fact, this is the only stiletto model I have, but this Launch 8 is based on that. This is actually going to be a future giveaway. This knife doesn't really resonate with me, but I haven't yet carried and reviewed it. But in time, keep an eye out for that one. When I actually review this knife, I'll be giving it away. Of course, I can only send it to states where it is legal to carry. So, thank goodness for knife rights. They have been going through and unmaking these dumb 1950s laws in the USA. And in pretty much anywhere in Europe, you can't carry any automatics as far as I'm aware. Everywhere that I've looked, you cannot. So it's just another method for opening a knife. But, that is kind of the introduction to this video, which is my ProTech collection. Yes, it's show and tell time in the adult world here. So I'm actually going to start with some knives that are actually not automatics from ProTech. The first one is going to be their ProTech Malibu. The Malibu, and I won't link all these. I'll link a few of these, the actual reviews of these knives. But the Malibu is a really, really popular one. This is the acid washed one from GP Knives. It's a plunge lock manual knife. Really nice. I like it. The next one is and actually it was well before the Malibu, this is the ProTech Mordax. It was actually a mass drop, it used to be called, and then it became drop on Amazon. But yeah, this is the ProTech Mordax. This is a ferrum forged design, and I actually like the overall feel of it way better than the Malibu. It's just that these are a little bit tougher to get a hold of. I think they have started to reproduce these, though, and they are now available then. So yeah, the ProTech Mordax. Next one is the TR5. This is, I guess, Tactical Response, I think is what TR stands for. This is one of their knives that actually has a lockout, and it is locked in both, so you cannot push the plunge lock there to actually bring it back. So it'll effectively create it in a locked position so that you can't push that. But this one also does work in the open or closed position, so it prevents basically you from pushing that plunge and releasing the knife. So, this is the TR5. This particular one is in the Blade HQ exclusive colors of Desert Warrior. So it's basically olive green and then sand coated blade. The one that I've carried the most, it's definitely my favorite user, just because it's nice, comfortable in the hand, very, it's just a really good sized one. I can beat it up. This is also one of the least expensive ones. This is the TR3, Tactical Response 3, with the gray fish scales. I've sharpened it a couple times. These are in 154 cm, most all of them. They're starting to actually move to Magna Cut, but I didn't really have a big issue with 154 cm. I used to in the beginning. I used to be a snob, no longer a snob. But yeah, the TR3 actually is kind of a really nice, relatively inexpensive one. This is the Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive smoked out edition, but it's definitely been getting beat up. ProTech, what I like about them is they do a lot of collaborations, not only with Ferrum Forge, but this is with Mick Strider, or the Strider knives. So this is the SNG from ProTech, and this particular one has the tritium. Oh gosh, it's tritium, and we could actually I can't darken the room. I got too many lights on right now, but yeah, this is all blacked out. The quote-unquote operator edition. Woo, operator. You know what? I really like this, and for $250, I think that's what it was when I bought it. These might be more now under the current inflation rules of the world, but I will say I haven't handled a Strider manual. I just can't get a hold of a lot of them. They're kind of rare. They're extremely expensive, And for what was $250, I could basically get, I think, a fairly solid feel for the ergos in hand. It's just the deployment and the manual action, you know, goes away. But I don't really mind it. My state allows automatic knives. So this is the ProTech Strider SNG. Oh, I really actually do love the ergos on that knife. The next one is the Whiskers. I think it's called Magic Whiskers. And I forgot the history on this one. I haven't done a review of it yet either. But this is actually one that is not a plunge lock. This is actually a backlock knife, this particular one. All the other ones, which have the push button, actually release the plunge. It's under spring tension, and it flips out, and then it relocks on a plunge on the other side of the tang. This one is, in fact, a backlock, and if you take a look at it, this is one that you don't... This is a particular knife, by the way, that you know, there are videos on knives you don't hand to people that aren't knife people. This is a knife you don't even hand to knife people unless they know it. But basically, it has this faux bolster up here, which is a release. And if you take a look, you slide your hand up, and that releases. Again, it's a backlock under tension, and it releases it, and then it goes back into a backlock in another location, back here on the tang. So yeah, the Magic Whiskers. These, they don't make a whole lot of. I don't see a whole ton of these guys. But this is kind of a neat one. You know, like I said, this is one that you could maybe get away with if you were carrying it in a place that didn't allow automatics. You could just say, you know, you could just basically pretend that it's not an automatic and open it up manually like that. So, yeah, that's kind of a cool one for those that are not familiar with that particular ProTech. The next one is the SBR, the short-bladed rockeye. This is based on, I believe, well, it's a small edition of the rockeye, but I think the ESV from Les George. Again, another designer, well-known Les George. And this is an interesting one. I do wish that there was a small place for a lanyard hole, because I can't quite get 4 fingers on there. So this might be one of the... In fact, this would be the only knife that I have from the ProTech collection that I would like to have. Just a little spot for a lanyard. I mean, I can maybe tie it around the clip or whatever. Just because I can only get 3 hands on. But it's a little tiny guy. I'm not sure if it's California compliant or not. I'm sure, though, that it causes cancer in the state of California, like everything else. Apparently, when you're in that state, lots of things cause cancer. But yeah, this is a handy little one, and man, does it fly out. I got actually a little bit more customized one with the Mexican blanket, and then it has the mother of pearl push button there. So yeah, this one costs a little bit more. This one was like $300 when I got it. Your mileage may vary under, again, current inflation laws. And then the last one is actually the full rockeye. And this one is, I got a customized version, well, not customized, but one of their more customized ones. Shaw is a jeweler, and actually this one has a fairly cool skull pattern in there. And then also this one has the acid wash blade. This is absolutely my very favorite automatic knife for the most part. It just snaps out so fast. I can put it away. The spring tension is not excessive that I can't put it away fairly safely one-handed. And it's just got good gription everywhere where I can put my hands on that clip. Yeah, this is the rockeye. And for those that aren't aware, this is actually based on the VSEP from Les George. So this is the Value Engineering Change Proposal, the VSEP under there. So you can kind of see, this just happens to be the Tonto blade, but they did a really, really good translation of this one to automatic. I mean, it's literally almost 1 for 1. If you look at the regular drop point blade of the VSEP, fantastic. So, oh gosh, I almost made it through without doing fantastic. And what I like about the ProTech is it's a little bit wider. It kind of has to be, I think, for the basis of this versus the kind of thinner one. It may not show, but the VSEP is a little bit thinner in hand, and oh yeah, this one. I do look forward to actually doing a future review of this one. So, this is the aggregation of my ProTech collection. As we finish here, I just want to remind everybody, we're not done with all the 1K giveaways. The next one I'm going to be giving away is this PM2 in CPM 20 CV steel. This is the Knife Joy exclusive. Next 1 or 2 videos, I'm going to be having the instructions on this one. So, if you're still sticking around, watch carefully for upcoming videos. Hope this was interesting, if not of use. Take care. What's up, YouTubers? It all starts with this. This is not a ProTech knife, but this is an automatic. This is a Kershaw Oh gosh.